Hey there, y'all. Big Bear Ron here. Get you something to drink. I'd feel honored if you would hang around with me for just a few minutes, will you? All right. I am sitting here in the back of the truck that has been issued for me. Woo! It's been quite a ride, wouldn't you say, since November when I decided to take on the task of becoming a truck driver. Well, not only am I sitting in my own truck, well, I'm supposed to treat it like it's my very own, but I am sitting in the parking lot where I have completed my second delivery. And what a challenge this trip has been. I'll share with you the highlights. But I am at a craft foods place in Chicago, and it's a big place, but it's been here a long time, and I'll bet that when this place was first built there probably weren't as many houses and whatever around the area as there are now. And so finding this place and getting here was just a little bit tricky, but as you can see, I have managed to do it. And I don't unload before tomorrow morning, so I'll be sleeping here in my truck through the night. And it looks like I'll be the first in line because they'll unload at 7. And of course, I'll be ready for them. Oh, me. Would you believe that on this trip I had 2 flat tires all in the same day? Can you believe that? When truck drivers talk about deadheading a load, I know that's the way it is in Werner. That means that they are essentially driving an empty trailer. Or it might mean they're bobtailing, which means they're driving just the tractor. But the point is, they technically don't have a load, and we are paid differently. Us Werner drivers are anyway. A loaded mile, we get more for that than we do for unloaded miles or deadheaded miles. At any rate, so I deadheaded to a place near Chattanooga, and I was supposed to pick up a load there. I got there, no difficulty, and it was a live load, which means that I would back an empty trailer up to the dock, and the shipping personnel would load the trailer. Well, when I did all that, they asked me if I had any load bars, and I told them I didn't have any, and that I didn't know that I was supposed to have some. Well, I found out, yes, I got to have some. So I unhooked the trailer and drove the tractor, and I had to go buy some loading bars. And what those do, you press them up against the walls of the trailer, and they help hold or stabilize the load, so it won't be shifting towards the back. Well, each one of the ones that I got costs about $30, and Werner is going to reimburse me for that. I got the approval from them to go make the purchase. All right. Well, I got back. Now I arrived there just at dark time. Okay, so I backed the truck up. I got the loading bar. They load the truck up. I was already told that I could sleep. Park on the property and just sleep there overnight, and that's what I did. And so I did what we're required to. We're required to inspect our vehicle, do a vehicle inspection every night, and before every trip. So, but at night is basically a quick walk around, and that's what I did. And so I sent in through my computer, my satellite system, a message saying that everything looked okay to me. But the next morning, what a different story it was. I woke up early. I was raring to go. I made sure that my hours were intact. That is that I had available to me 11 hours to drive and 14 hours to work. Once I made sure of that, I was good to go. At least I thought. Well, so I got out of the truck to do the pre-trip inspection and got all the way around to that side, passenger side, the trailer, and the front tandem, that is the back set of tires, the front outside tire was flat. Oh my God. Not only was it flat, but it had come up loose from the rim. And I thought, God. So anyway, I got in the truck and sent a message. Hello, this is my problem. We need to get this fixed. And of course, well, within about 40 minutes, they called me on the phone and told me where to go to have it repaired. It was drivable, but technically not safe to drive at maximum capacity, on the highway. So I take the whole thing up to the shop and I back it into the repair shop, and they proceeded to start working on it. Well, while they were doing that, I was talking with another gentleman there at the truck stop, and we both noticed that my rear outside tractor tire was flat. Can you believe it? And I'm like, oh no. But, the positive side to that is that we discovered all this early in the morning, and the second flat, we discovered it while I was right there at the shop. And that's a good thing. However, remember my 14-hour clock, I had to start it because I had to drive up to the repair shop. So that got my 14-hour clock ticking. And which means that all the while that I'm there at this truck stop essentially doing nothing, my 14-hour clock is ticking. And that 14-hour clock limits the amount of work that you can do in a day, and that work includes driving time. So if I run out of 14 hours before I run out of 11 hours, tough luck. Well, not only that, I had to go through the whole process again of sending in a message and waiting on approval. And that required 2 hours of waiting. Well, they got the work on this tire done. So I waited for 2 hours just to get the approval. And then, and in order for them to do the repair,